Today we're going to be looking at the insides of a Sony AV-3400 portapack, also known as a Sony Videocorder. Between 1974 and 1976, these were the units that you used to record video portably. The unit, or I should say the portapack system, is comprised of the AV-3400 portapack VTR, which uses half-inch reel-to-reel tape, the AVC-3450 camera, which was black and white, has a little miniature tripod, connects to the portapack, and lets you review your movies right as you record them through a little speaker. It is trigger controlled, zoom, manual focus, and manual aperture. The other component of this system is the power supply. This particular unit, I'm showing two power supplies here. The top one is the one that would typically come with the 3400. This is a simple 12-volt out and battery charging system. The unit on the bottom, however, is the color adapter. This is the rare unit. This connects into the 3400, making it color playback. It still is not color record, but color playback only. Both of these units contain battery chargers which charge the BP20 battery pack. Okay, and this is the look. This is what a Sony AV-3400 portapack looks like with the top off. Here we have the collection platter. Over here is the main spool. We have our little rubber gadgets. Here's the video head, and then of course the tape path. So what we're going to look at here is the status of the rubber. Rubber seems to be springy. And then we're just going to check the various solenoids and other little goodies in here to make sure that nothing's bound. And then we're going to put power to it and see what happens. One of the interesting pieces in this particular model of VCR, in fact in most of their early VTRs, is that only the heads themselves turned. In the modern VCR, you're probably familiar with the large rotating mass back here that, you know, turns as the tape passes around it. In these models, the entire head didn't rotate, just the actual head unit. And right here, I don't know if I can get this, but this little piece right here is the actual video head. And you can see it as I turn. That one there is actually that's the record head with the red stripe, and as we turn the unit around and we go 180 degrees, we have the read head. And the tape itself is a half-inch wide, and it sits below this little wire grid and runs along this path this way. And as it goes by, the tape heads each either record or play back one field. A video frame is made up of two fields, and this plays back one of the fields, and it's basically an interlaced playback. So here is our record head, and then here is our playback head. And when it's running, this thing spins very fast, and the tape goes across it. And of course, in the modern VCRs, the entire tape head module turns. Other little pieces of interest, this is the audio playback head right here. It's in pretty good shape. This needs cleaning, so we'll run our little cleaner across it. And then here we have all the other guts. The pinch roller for the tape feed, some tensioners. That's the tensioner unit right here to make sure that the tape is at the right tension as it goes through. And that's controlled by a felt belt, which is tied to the feed motor, to the feed roller, which is right here. So this turns, and then this belt provides tension, which is attached to here, to make sure that the tape isn't playing out too quickly or too slowly, but it's just right. And then over here we have our take-up spool, again with a tensioner band on the bottom. And that's all connected to a motor. And everything is run by belts and pulleys. This particular pulley rolls to the underside of the unit. This is the selector for fast forward, playback, and rewind. And again, it's got good old mechanical relays to prevent the system from going into rewind mode while it's being played forward. And that is our tour of the inside of a Sony AV-3400 portapack, also known as a Videocorder, from 1976. Okay, well, we checked the fuse. Now we're going to trigger the, we are in regular forward mode. Power supply's up. And we're going to trigger the play mechanism here. And then we'll watch and see what happens. Now we can tell immediately is that the head motor is not turning, and neither are any of the other motors. We can see a relay switch going off here, and that's the manual move, but we're not seeing anything on the back side. So now we're taking out the actual AV-3400 unit out of the out of the case. This is what it looks like on the back. And the first thing we notice when we take the case off is we have a belt. Now this belt connects to the head motor and to the main guts of the system. Right back in here, and then up here, if you can or not. You can see it turn right here. But it's this belt that's missing. So we're going to reconnect this belt, put power to it again, and see what happens. Tape sensor's been tripped, but we're still not seeing any movement of the head motor or any of the other drives. We're going to pop the cover off of the drive motor and see if it's burnt out inside. No burn smell. Nothing is leaking. If you can see that. Nothing is leaking out of the motor. He's either going to have to go to a shop or some major work. And quite frankly, I'd rather take it into a shop. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to box this back up and see if we can get it repaired. If you were lucky, and if you were strong enough, your Sony AV-3400 complete package would have come in the LC-3400 shipping case. So that's it. That's the Sony AV-3400 portapack system. Hope you enjoyed it.